it's time for another very cool experiment. What you're looking at right here, are tiny drops of oil that have some type of electric charge, and there's a camera. So let me show you the rest of the setup, and I'll tell you how this determines the fundamental charge of an electron. So right over here, we have two plates. You can't quite see it. Let's see if I can. Well, there's two plates over here, and they have a positive potential difference across them. And then what we can do is to take this little squirter thing right here and squirt tiny drops of oil into the system. Those tiny drops of oil will appear on the screen using that video camera right there. Okay, now what do we want to do? So these drops of oil, let's switch over here because that's the important part. These drops of oil have, I'm changing the potential from a positive to a negative value, and you can see that they change directions. And then I can focus these if I want to. Right there, focus. Let's look at that one right there. So that one's rising, right? So that's rising and with a negative potential. So that tells me something about the charge on that. Now, if I turn off, it's going to fall. It's falling, and as it falls, it moves at a constant speed. And I lost it right there. It falls at a constant speed because it's reaching terminal velocity. There's two forces on that. There's a downward gravitational force and then a drag force. The drag force and the gravitational force both depend on the size of that. So by knowing the size of that, I can turn off. It's possible you could actually get it to just hover right there too. Right. But by using both the falling speed and the rising speed, I can get the size, and from the size, I can get the drag force, and from the drag force, I can get the value for the charge. It turns out that when you do this for a whole bunch of things, you find discrete values, integer values of electric charge on these electrons and these drops of oil, and that's because you can have 1 electron, 2 electrons, 3 electrons, but you can't have 1.5, and that's the fundamental charge of the electron. This is the Millikan oil drop experiment. Let's just take a quick look. I want to show you the whole apparatus. Again, there are the plates. That's the camera. And then you can control the voltage right here. This is really nice because it has lines in here so you can time how long it takes to fall, and it has a timer and everything on there. So see, it has a little timing switch. You can start the time, which didn't show up there. There it goes. Right there. The end. Bye.